Hey guys, and welcome to Farming Simulator 2017 on Oakfield. So, again, I'm going to say about the new script that has been made by Ian. 939 or 983? I can't remember the numbers, but Ian created it alongside Oxygen David for Frontier Designs. And the script basically enables and has made vehicles within side buildings, sheds, stuff like that, when the triggers have been placed, to not render in at a certain distance defined by the map creator. This right now is an extreme example, pretty much just to showcase it. We are looking into the shed. As we move forward, you'll see the clip distances come in. What does this mean for you guys that have not seen this yet? Basically, it means if you're on a lower end computer, or a person that has a lot of machines at the yard, like myself, my computer's okay. It's not stupidly high end nowadays, but it's not low. And I've got a lot of machines, I notice lag. The farmyard's very detailed. Well, this stops it because we're out here, we do this, and back where I was getting anywhere from, when I'm not recording, around 50 FPS looking into the yard, while recording the stream I was getting anywhere from 40, I'm now back at 60. And that's because, well, they're barely rendered in, and then we turn the corner and we see them all pop in. So that is the script. I have no idea what the name of it is. I don't know if it's got a name yet. But as I said in Monday's video, it's a huge, huge step forward for map creators, possibly even Giants. I hope Giants do actually look into this, because it's something that I'm surprised they've not done. Optimization factors here are absolutely up the wall. They really are. So, yeah, you can see them all disappear. It's pretty neat, actually. Okay, what am I planning on doing today? Well, we're harvesting a field up in field 34 there, and I want to try something. Now, I did a bit of tinkering in the XML for the Primos with MR. That was basically, I increased the working speed of it. Now, I don't know, I think there's scripts within the Primos, within the Straw DLC, so I cannot access them, obviously, they are encrypted, to stop it going so fast once it hits a certain level, kind of like the Chronoptima. What I want to know is if I put this on follow me behind the combine at a good distance, is it going to ignore that? Is it still going to be able to pick up at a reasonable rate of speed? If it does, then what I'm thinking is we could possibly get away with courseplay on it. Now, I'm not sure if courseplay will work with this. It would need to be done on a field which you pretty much harvest solely from a course, unfortunately. I typically enjoy doing a bit of harvesting, so it's not something I typically do. What do we like for water? Oh, we're good on all that. So I'm going to give it a go. There's no harm in trying, right? And I do like doing the pallet stuff, especially now we've got the truck for it as well. It's just such a slow process. It's not fun to do. I'll be completely honest. Putting you guys off to the side at this point as entertainment value, for you guys it's boring as all get out. For me it's so boring. Now I understand the real working speed, yes, I get that. But there becomes a time when a machine is so slow in real life. Good grief. What are you doing? Yeah, but I understand that. If there was a way of them, and I know they won't, or if we could possibly get into that and disable that or screw with the Lura script, I don't know. I know there's versions, I'll be completely honest, I know there's versions of the Straw DLC that are out there that have been unencrypted and you've got full reign to. I haven't got that. I have got the legit copy from Aerosoft, and I wouldn't want to even run something like that, even if it was just for one mod, be the Primos. That's not my thing to promote. It really isn't. I'll acknowledge they're out there. They were out there extremely quickly. Incredibly quickly, actually. But it's not something I'm gonna endorse or use. So we've got this tractor which is 600 horsepower. pulling this thing, and doing my tests last night, because I've already moved this up here at one point. I just didn't save for obvious reasons. It was going along, I think I got it set to working speed of 6 miles an hour roughly, which is roughly where I wanted it, between 6 and 5 miles an hour, ideally 5, but hey, 1 mile an hour extra, I don't care. But it will still drop down to 0 miles an hour. I think that's probably, and I understand why it does this, the scripting behind the press script, I believe they call it, or press Luna, is simulating the fact of you can't put too much material in there because it is compressing it. I don't know how much pressure this thing actually uses to compress the material into pellets, but I can imagine it is a good solid amount. Now I hope the combine's not full. I don't think it is. Is it? No, it's not saying. I got a horrible suspicion it is. So we'll give it a go. Now if I can do this on Follow Me and it not freak out, then rock on. Basically. Also, I could probably do this on Courseplay as well. Okay. Is it full? No, it is not. Alright, let's fire her up. Drop it down. Hit Control. Oh, no, that's Alt F. We want Control F. And then, so I've got to do balance and act with the controller. Put it to about 30. Now I honestly don't see this working. Not the way I want it to anyway. Fire this up. And give it a go. This is proof of concept basically. Now it should start moving. There we go, it's starting to move. Now, Courseplay, I think, disables all the weird scripts, so if I did this field on Courseplay, 100% would be fine. Absolutely be fine using that. And if that's the case, then I may start doing that on one select field. Possibly this, if I ever want to do the pellets. There we go. And you can see there it's moving, but very slowly. Let's jump out quickly and see what speed it is going at. I want to see if it stops. Yeah, the script's actually overwrite and Follow Me. Wow. I wonder if it'll overwrite Courseplay then. Well, we may be able to just let it do its thing while this is harvesting. Which, if that's the case, again, yeah, I'm happy about that. I can do its thing. I think in the scripting it was something like a full load within an hour of doing the working speed, the correct working speed of 3 miles an hour. Just incredibly slow. Incredibly slow going. You gotta wonder if it would almost be easier. Well, that's the thing actually with this. It's probably better to make the bales and use the bale shredder attachment you can get for the thing, and just feed it bales down at the unit, which, now I think about that, is probably what I will go on and do, so we may end up buying that. Because I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy the straw add-on. I really do. As much crap as I give it, I feel it's all justified. I really, really enjoy it. It's something different to the game, and I'm glad to see a bit of chrome back in the game, to be quite honest. I miss them. The chrome baler, the round baler. Primos, I don't care about too much. The bale handlers, the things to pick up the bales, love them. The bale grabs even. They are. It's worth it for them alone. to be quite honest, but having a chrome big pack baler back in the game to me is awesome. And something that I feel I would love to see in FS19 is consumable stuff. It's already in the base game, we can pick objects up. Well, why not make it so we have to buy pallets of twine and bale netting and stuff like that? Because not only does that add, you can make it a customized option like that's on the stuff on the Straddle. Do you want to do it or don't you want to do it? Just like the seeds. Have them exactly like the seeds. The way Realmus have, not Realmus, jeez, sorry Racken. The way Creative Mesh have done it, they've hit something good there. That could be a teaser to what Giants got planned. It could be. There's nothing stopping Giants doing that. None whatsoever. And even if it was where you didn't have to load them individually by yourself like the Optima, I'll be okay with doing it like that. Ah, it's too far behind. That kind of sucks, actually, I'm not going to lie. Okay, let's try... This is kind of me experimenting, guys, so be patient. Right, that's too far behind. Let's load up course plays. Something I've not done for a very, very long time. What I'm about to do here. We're going to go... Course, record course. And it is... Fieldwork, I think it'd be under? No, I've not recorded a course like this in God knows how long. So we'll do it at 5 miles an hour. No joke, even if I had to do this to get pellets out of it beforehand, I would quite happily do this. Alright, let's speed up the recording here. No, we'll set it to do field speed, which we'll set it at like 5 miles an hour. Back on the course. They've changed the way the machine acts when it turns. I've noticed that. Or how it lays down the course. And we will stop it once this gets to the end of that. Like so. Stop. Now that'll be on a temporary course. And we'll give it a go, see how it goes. It'll be interesting to see. Cool. Stop that, and we want to go from closest waypoint. Alright, that didn't start that. Wrong tool for the mode. Alright, try that. And let's bring our speed down. Field speed. Do everything at 5, turn speed 5, reverse speed, that. Speed from recording. And we'll bring the street speed down just in case it freaks out to 5. I don't want it just running away on me. There you go, put it down, and it is doing it. And it's still stopping it. It's almost like when I'm not in it, it freaks out. Interesting. That's a cheeky little thing they've done there. Huh. I wonder what that's all about then. We'll see if it fight through. We'll carry on harvesting. I really want to get the harvest over and done with, to be quite honest. I haven't updated Courseplay for a bit neither. See, it's not even picking it up and it's saying it's slipping. So that's the lure script in Stratum. Could be an issue with it, I don't know. I don't think it should be doing any of the stuff it's doing right, to be quite honest with you. Doesn't seem to be acting correct. But from what you guys said, it does it with or without more realistic as well, which is unfortunate. Which will probably make me look at going down the route of the bale shredding, which you may end up doing in a minute. Bring up a tractor with a baler, bale up some of this. I won't go crazy, probably just the single flatbed by itself, whether I'll hand stack them or just auto stacked. Kind of want to hand stack them on there, to be honest, see how it does on there. And go from here. Get a few pellets. Want to do hay pellets as well, that'd be kind of fun. And get the end of this road and see what its malfunction is. Don't know what tractor will bale with. Maybe the Massey. We'll see how the Massey does with it. Yeah, we'll see the Massey, because that Massey doesn't have MR. Should be okay. Should actually be able to motor along quite nicely with it. Could make for a good thumbnail too. So tomorrow will be West Coast. Almost the end of that series. Not sure what we're going to be doing on it. I think I'm going to fast time so we can harvest. Do the final harvest, not worry about those fields that I did start doing while we were rambling and ploughing. Hopefully you guys liked the thumbnail yesterday for that. Bit of a cheesy one, like I said. Old versus new, I guess. But I thought it was pretty neat. And get that recorded. That'll be 3 videos done from me today. And depending on the time, we'll see if I can get any of them somewhat sorted to be rendered at least. And this being Monday, I'm recording this on. I'll be streaming at 2 o'clock, which is 7 o'clock your guys' time. I believe Sim did stream Monday. Should have at this point. I messaged him and he said yeah, he is. So hopefully he does. Or hopefully he did, I guess. And Sim was also taking advantage of Dave not streaming recently. He's been streaming more than he usually does as well. I think that fishing game honestly gave us a lot of... has given us, how should I say, a lot of enjoyment just to play that game, honestly. I've got way too many hours in there that I care to admit to be sort of very quickly. Way too many hours. It was definitely an addiction. I say was. I haven't been playing it too much as of late. That is interesting why I was ignoring that. So even on Courseplay it's going to be a pain in the rear end. So if that's the case, we could do the ultimate cheaty thing. So it's not ignoring the work speed. It ignores the fact it will slow down, but I have to be in the machine. Which is as soon as I get out. Would this work on a hired worker? Huh, I wonder. Well, we're going to bail it anyway, so we'll just stop this. And out of basically trying to figure what's going on out, and just to show you guys, even with me, we'll set the working speed to 6 miles an hour. It will slow it down. It will hold it at nothing. It will sort out what it needs to compress, and then it'll be fine. And it'll stop again. Now bear in mind, the real working speed of this is 3 miles an hour. If we do 3 miles an hour, it still was stopping. Or is it going to make a liar out of me? There we go, stopping. That is where I think the issue is with it. Now, if we get the bale shredder, which attaches to the side of it, which I am going to just go ahead and straight off go to the stores right now and buy, well, we won't have any of that issue. I don't know why it's taking me this long to click about it. We have a machine down in the facility now, which can lift bales. Do that, fool! So, we can use the Massies. And that's what we're going to do. Just go buy the bale shredder, bolt that onto the side, and head to the back down to the farm with this. And it won't take us long to get there. And boot down the road. I'm hoping at this point too this map's been released to you guys. I'm hoping. Monday we didn't see any mods by the looks of it. I haven't checked again. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we do start seeing some mods, or have got them by Tuesday at least. I have, as time of me recording this, being it Monday, guys, I have no idea about Oakfield. So at 7 o'clock in the morning, when you guys are watching this, or right now, 20 minutes past 7, if you're watching it when it has first been released, I truly don't know anything about Oakfield. I don't know if it's been tested or anything like that at this point. If you guys come into the live streams, Oxygen David is usually chilling in there along with Bullet Bill. Those guys, as much as I say do not pester them, they know obviously a lot more about it than me, especially Oxygen David. It's his map. And he's very open typically about what step of the process is it in. Now, he's fixed all the issues that Giants have asked, so it should go through 100%. We were all expecting it to go through 100% last time around. It should have. It seems like Giants have made map-maps a huge factor now, for whatever reason. They've jumping all over that one. It doesn't seem like they were hot on that one to begin with. That's why I say all of a sudden. Now, I don't know if they're sticking to a lot more of their criteria that they should have been. I really don't know. Alright, we will put the cheap money on, like I say, for this, because we haven't got a lot of money to begin with. Biotechnology, and it is this. 19 grand. Ooh. Now, it attaches fairly simply. Should be driving, I believe it's this side. Memory serves. Now, I've only used this part once, and that was when we were doing the first look. Oh, we just saw it then. There we go. It bolts on like that. I don't think that is a real part of the machine in as far as, well, the real one, I guess. Now, I think, does that still give us the ability to... Yeah, we can still use the header along with the table, which is neat. Now, I believe you actually still need to switch the machine on anyway, so we will need this to power it, or a tractor which is just purely capable of powering it. So we'll pause. We'll meet you guys back down there. I will probably put the... just for compaction. I may see if the T6 can power the thing, because this is a huge tractor. It does take up a lot of room in the place. We'll see if the T6 can power it and switch off our money. We'll do that now so you guys can see that I actually do that. Give this thing a drink because it is low on diesel, and we'll see you guys back down there. Alrighty, so we're connecting this up now. Let's see if it can power it. I'm not sure if it can. It can. Beautiful. Now, it doesn't need to move it around or pull it or do anything. It literally just needs to, well, power it. So the tractor will not be lacking horsepower to do this task. Granted, it'll be working. It's probably going to be working to its full capacity. Now, we could use the inside crane for this. Personally, I think the crane is a complete joke. It works fine. It does work good. But it is a nightmare to use. And unfortunately, we're going to have to be set to unloading stuff right away too. Oh wow, I've never seen that glitch before. Kind of want to get it close to the hopper as possible there. About there. There we go, that's all. Leveled up the drivetrain. And we'll keep this lifted just to save room. And for the time being, that can go off. But we'll be using this bad boy with... we need to jump up to the top and grab the curve And there our flatbed truck. Love that thing. That thing is so good. And this is going to be running double duty because it's going to have to be loading bales and emptying stuff, which will probably start stacking on there. We have got rid of our forklift now too. I believe we've got the curve up here. I hope we do. Got rid of the forklift. Wow. I tried that Linden one or whatever it's called and I just don't like it. So much about it I don't personally like. The Clark doesn't act right with those pallets. Again, I think that's Creative Mesh's issue with pallets. On that one, because that forklift works fine on Giants pallets. Now, if it works fine on Giants pallets, your pallets are the issue. As far as I'm concerned there. Do we even have the curve fab? Or wouldn't that suck if I don't actually have the curve fab enabled? Oh, I hope I do. Biotechnology. I may not. There she is. We do have one. Where is it? Okay, the great finding of curve-fab. Click, 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 click. Clickety, click, click, click. Oh yeah, I know where it is. It is around the corner here. Where we had the John Deere front loader and all that stuff for Ago's John Deere. I was actually going to use that as a front loader, but then I thought to myself, what the hell am I doing? Why bother? I've got so many vehicles with front loader capabilities. Along with a telehandler, you don't need another one. Yes, it looks cool, but why? So we obviously stopped using that for obvious reasons. I'm going to drop that down there. Should probably put those in the shed too. That'll help with FPS, but I don't feel I need it. It's not like I've got a crazy amount of stuff outside. Anything sensitive to weather and stuff like that is what I would keep inside. Seeders, headers, balers, stuff like that. Granted, I don't need the Kerfab down here yet, but more as well. And of course, got the stuff in this shed too. Front loaders, you could probably argue they should go in there, maybe even the muck spreader, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, for the time being, these can go in here. And to be honest, we'll probably organise this in the stream. I'll get this bad boy fired up. And parked over yonder. Ready to join the forces up at the yard. Well, the yard, jeez, think. That field. A field, 34. Alright, Massey is up there actually, so we need to empty the combine. Get this to the yard. I want to do a quick bit of baling for you guys. I think they've changed the sound files on this Massey. They sound good. Sound like it's got a lot of grunt. Can't wait for Peter J's 300 series Masseys. They're the ones that... I had a Britain farm toy of one of them going back years and years. Still have it. I think it's still back in the up in the attic. Got all of that stuff still. And it's just such an iconic boxy shape to me. If you ask me do I like Masseys, the answer is yeah. A lot of people don't think I do. Probably because you don't see me use them much. For the reason of, I just don't like the modern style. To me, those 77 series, the way they look, just, I don't know. The fact they put so much money into styling tractors nowadays is beyond me. It's an agricultural piece of equipment. Yeah, I can understand when stuff looks good. It does look, some stuff does look good. The fence, the 1000 series fence, they just look menacing. They really do. But it's amazing they put so much money into styling them. Do they really need to? Is a farmer gonna look at a machine and go, oh, that thing looks so much better than this brand, I'm gonna buy this over that because of the looks? Does that actually happen? Surely not. Surely not in the agricultural world. To me, it would matter, like, what's it like on paper? Okay, then I'm now going to demo it, put it next to the other machine doing the tasks that I wanted it to do. Which is better? Sort of. It's a weird one. It really is a weird one. Alright, we'll see you guys, I guess, when we've got hooked up to the baler, as I'm not going to bore you guys with the drive. Alrighty, we're at the yard. Just be loading up here. Well, unloading pretty soon. Get connected up to the baler. I think we're going to need to swap it so we can use the bale collector organizer thing, whatever it's called. So we need to change the config of that. Remove the chute. The reason I'm doing that is so much more easier to stack the bales. I think this should have enough power to power the thing. It's going to be interesting to see what this is like going uphill though. Bear in mind, it's not a MR machine, so that will be interesting. Not yet, at least, anyway, because there's probably going to be an MR script for it, which I may give a go, see what it's like. Alright, once we're back in the field, we'll just quick stop by. Actually, I need to find the bale. We'll be back at you. Alright, we got this set up. That was quite a task of figuring out where stuff was, because I moved the baler. To try and help with optimization issues. Some of you may or may not remember me doing that. I could barely remember myself. So we'll get this unfolded. Well, folded in. So what I didn't realise is we've got the auto unload mod in, so I don't know if it's going to conflict with this. It could get interesting. So let's start on this row here, the first full length. Now it's going to be interesting to see how this tractor copes. If it copes okay and we just rip along, like by the looks of it we're going to, then I'm possibly going to keep this around as a non-MR tractor for doing tasks like this, because let's face it, the baling is brutal. It struggles so hardcore. And some of the tractors where I do want to keep it around or use to do this, it has MR, so I don't know. I was wondering if that would come out hay. I wasn't too sure on that. Well, it seems to be going along quite a rapid rate. Level that back up. So like I say, this stuff's going to possibly go towards the pellets. I've got to pronounce the P, pellets, on that one. And that's on again. It's going along quite nicely. Hopefully we'll get a few out before we have to end the video. Probably not. I may have to do some trickery with the thumbnail. which is probably going to be the case. What's that weird jitteriness going on back there? I've never seen that before. I wonder if that's why it moves all over the place. That's the one thing they need to fix, and they should have. Look at the... Wow. I've never seen them do that before. Weird. Get back on line. It seems to be handling it quite nicely. Now, is that... Those bars there for the... They must be for a sunshade of some sort. Must be. Well, it is time for me to call it quits. I hope you guys have enjoyed. We will see you tomorrow for another West Coast video, which will be Thursday's video, I believe. And then another Oakfield on Friday. So, we'll probably get a big chunk of what I want to do in this field done on... Well, throughout the week for live streams, more than likely. Be a bit of fun. Running the pellet thingamabob. So until next time, see you guys on the flip side. Later!